Welcome to Lost and Hidden History. I'm your host, Ben Carter. Buried deep within the annals of history, shrouded in mystery, lies a tale that has been whispered through the millennia, a tale that has been dismissed, suppressed, and often disbelieved. The tale of a flourishing civilization that vanished overnight, swallowed whole by the voracious sea. The tale of Atlantis. Distinguished as a land of advanced knowledge, of technology beyond comprehension, of a civilization that was allegedly thousands of years ahead of its time, Atlantis represented the zenith of human achievement, a utopia that once existed, or so it is said. The world's most brilliant scholars and explorers, from the ancient philosopher Plato to the modern-day historian, have pored over the scant records, seeking to piece together the fragments of a puzzle that is as enticing as it is elusive. Plato's writings, the earliest records of Atlantis, describe an island paradise of unparalleled grandeur, a land of gold, silver, and precious gems, a civilization that had mastered navigation, architecture, and agriculture. He spoke of a people who were noble and virtuous, a society that valued wisdom above wealth, a paradise that was the envy of all the known world. Yet, in a single day and night, this glorious civilization was lost beneath the waves, erased from the face of the earth. For centuries, this tale was regarded as nothing more than a myth, a figment of Plato's fertile imagination, a moral allegory meant to illustrate the dangers of hubris and greed. However, the discovery of a series of ancient texts, inscribed on tablets of gold and hidden deep within the subterranean vaults of a forgotten temple, has turned this prevailing wisdom on its head. Inscribed in a language that predates any known to man, these texts speak of a great deluge, a cataclysm that washed away an advanced civilization that had dared to challenge the gods. The descriptions of this vanished civilization, its grandeur, its achievements, its tragic end, mirror Plato's account of Atlantis with chilling precision. As we delve deeper into these ancient texts, we uncover startling revelations that challenge the accepted narratives of human history. We find mention of technologies that should not have existed in that era, of knowledge that was considered beyond the grasp of ancient man, of a civilization that may well have been the cradle of all human progress. These texts, dismissed by mainstream historians as elaborate hoaxes, could well hold the key to unraveling the mystery of Atlantis. They suggest that Atlantis was not a myth, but a reality, a civilization lost to time and memory, its secrets locked away, waiting to be discovered. And so, the search for Atlantis continues, not in the depths of the ocean, but in the annals of forgotten history, in the whispers of ancient texts, in the echoes of a past that is slowly revealing its secrets. As we journey through the layers of myth and reality, we come ever closer to answering the question that has haunted mankind for millennia. What really happened in Atlantis? The ancient world was a tapestry of rich and diverse cultures, each contributing to the development of civilization in its own unique way. Yet among these, Atlantis stands apart. It is often portrayed as a civilization far ahead of its time, a beacon of knowledge and progress, a paradise that was supposedly lost due to the capricious whims of the gods. But why has the story of Atlantis, while so vibrant, remained shrouded in mystery for millennia? The answer perhaps lies in the political and social dynamics of the ancient world. Atlantis is said to have existed around 9,000 years before Plato's time, an era far removed from the classical period of Greece. At this juncture in history, knowledge was a tightly guarded commodity, reserved for the elite few. The spread of information was heavily controlled, often manipulated to serve the interests of the ruling class. This was an era when the written word was a rarity, and oral tradition was the primary mode of preserving history. It was not uncommon for stories to be embellished or altered as they passed down through generations. This could explain why the story of Atlantis, as recorded by Plato, was not corroborated by other historical sources of his time. Atlantis may have been a victim of political expediency, its existence conveniently ignored or dismissed to maintain the status quo. Culturally, the ancient Greeks were known for their love of mythology and allegory. This penchant for storytelling often blurred the lines between fact and fiction, making it challenging to discern historical truth from mythological embellishment. The story of Atlantis, steeped in elements of fantasy and morality, could have been perceived as just another myth, further obscuring its historical significance. The discovery of the golden tablets has, however, challenged this long-held perception. It has sparked a renewed interest in Atlantis, prompting scholars to revisit the ancient texts and reinterpret the historical context in which Atlantis is mentioned. These tablets, if authentic, could revolutionize our understanding of ancient history, shattering the existing narratives and forcing us to confront the possibility that there could be realms of knowledge, entire civilizations, that have been erased from the annals of history. Atlantis, once a figment of Plato's imagination, now stands on the cusp of historical validation. Yet the path to uncovering its truth is fraught with challenges. As we delve deeper into the mystery of Atlantis, we must navigate through centuries of historical bias, political manipulation, and cultural ambiguity. The journey to the truth is just beginning. Uncovered in an archaeological dig in 1962 in the region of modern-day Turkey, a set of golden tablets, preserved in a sealed ceramic container, was unearthed. The discovery was made by Dr. Aidan Trelawney, an archaeologist from the University of Cambridge, who had devoted his life and career to the study and exploration of ancient civilizations. The tablets were unlike anything he had encountered before. Made of pure gold, they bore inscriptions in a language that was neither Greek nor Latin, yet bore striking similarities to both. After years of painstaking research and collaboration with leading linguists, Trelawney and his team managed to decipher the text. What they discovered was astounding. The tablets contained a detailed account of a civilization, described as magnificent and technologically advanced, situated on an island in the Atlantic Ocean. The civilization, referred to as Atlantis, bore striking similarities to the Atlantis described by Plato. However, there was more. The tablets also contained references to catastrophic events that led to the city's disappearance: volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and floods of an epic scale. These natural disasters, according to the tablets, were triggered by the misuse of powerful energy sources, a theme that resonates with modern-day concerns about nuclear power and climate change. This discovery, if acknowledged, could turn the world of ancient history on its head. It suggests that Atlantis was not a myth, but a factual place, a civilization that coexisted with ancient Greece and Rome, but was wiped out by natural disasters. The tablets also challenge our notions of technological advancement. Could it be that the ancients were far more advanced than we give them credit for? The tablets' references to powerful energy sources and advanced technology seem to suggest so. However, mainstream academia has been slow to embrace these findings. The golden tablets, while physically verified, are often dismissed as a hoax or a fanciful interpretation. Some skeptics argue that the language on the tablets is a constructed one, created by Trelawney and his team to lend credibility to their discovery. Yet for those who believe, the golden tablets offer a tantalizing glimpse into a world that was lost, a civilization that reached glorious heights before succumbing to its hubris. They serve as a testament to the cyclical nature of human history, where civilizations rise, fall, and are forgotten only to be rediscovered centuries later. They also serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the potentially catastrophic consequences of unchecked technological advancement. In the end, whether Atlantis was real or not, the golden tablets provoke us to question, to explore, and to seek the truth, pushing us to challenge accepted narratives and to confront the possibility of forgotten histories. The golden tablets, as we've discussed, are a source of controversy, stirring debate within the academic community and among amateur historians alike. They challenge the established timeline of human technological advancement and suggest that our ancestors may have been far more advanced than previously believed. This revelation about human ingenuity, if accepted, could cause a seismic shift in our understanding of history. The tablets describe energy sources and advanced technology that seem out of place for the time period. Some scholars interpret these inscriptions as evidence of a civilization with a technological prowess rivaling or even surpassing our own. This interpretation, however, clashes with the traditional view of ancient civilizations as technologically primitive. Furthermore, the tablets depict catastrophic events that led to the downfall of Atlantis, caused by the misuse of these powerful energy sources. This narrative of self-destruction echoes modern concerns about the potentially disastrous consequences of uncontrolled technological advancement and misuse of energy resources. The story of Atlantis, seen in this light, becomes a timeless cautionary tale, relevant to society's past, present, and future. The Golden Tablets also force us to rethink the boundaries and limitations of ancient civilizations. The idea that Atlantis was a civilization on par with, or even superior to, ancient Greece and Rome challenges the conventional wisdom of historical progression. The notion that such a society could exist, thrive, and then vanish, leaving virtually no trace, is a startling proposition. It presents a stark contrast to the generally accepted linear progression of civilization, where each society builds upon the achievements of those before it. Yet, despite these fascinating possibilities, the Golden Tablets are often dismissed by mainstream historians. The skepticism stems in part from the tablets' relatively recent discovery and the lack of corroborating evidence to support the claims inscribed upon them. There is also the lingering suspicion that the tablets may be an elaborate hoax, a suspicion that is difficult to dispel without further proof. We must also remember that the tablets were discovered by an explorer rather than a trained archaeologist. This fact invites questions about the integrity of the find and the credibility of the subsequent interpretations. Despite physical verification of the tablets, the authenticity of the inscriptions remains a contentious issue. Whether the Golden Tablets are an elaborate hoax or a genuine relic from a lost civilization, they certainly raise intriguing questions about our history. They invite us to consider possibilities that veer away from established historical narratives, challenging us to reevaluate our understanding of the past. And in the process, they remind us that history, like the sea that supposedly swallowed Atlantis, can be as much about what is hidden as what is revealed. Assessing the authenticity of the Golden Tablets and the claims they present requires a twofold approach. Firstly, we need to evaluate the physical evidence itself, the tablets. Secondly, we need to consider the claims they make about Atlantis, cross-referencing these with other sources of information on the lost city. The tablets, as physical artifacts, have undergone extensive testing for age, composition, and signs of forgery. Leading archaeometrists have dated the tablets to around 2,000 years ago, placing them firmly within the realm of antiquity. The composition of the tablets, a blend of gold and other metals, is consistent with methods used by ancient metalworkers, lending further credence to their authenticity. However, evidence of modern tool marks or techniques could cast doubt on their origins. The tablets' inscriptions have also been subjected to linguistic analysis. Scholars specializing in ancient languages have studied the script, comparing it with known ancient scripts. While the language does not align perfectly with any known dialect, it bears similarities to several ancient Mediterranean languages. Yet it remains sufficiently distinct, which either points to a heretofore unknown language or a highly sophisticated hoax. Turning to the content of the inscriptions, cross-referencing the claims with historical records and archaeological findings has yielded mixed results. The tablets describe advanced technologies, cultural practices, and societal structures that seem anachronistically modern. Yet there are elements in the description of Atlantis that resonate with other ancient civilizations, suggesting a possible basis in fact. Additionally, there's a persistent lack of archaeological evidence to support the existence of Atlantis as described in the tablets. No ruins, artifacts, or other physical evidence have been definitively linked to the lost city. However, the absence of evidence is not necessarily evidence of absence. The ocean's depths are largely unexplored, and many believe Atlantis's remnants are waiting to be discovered. In conclusion, the Golden Tablets remain an enigma. Verification of their age and composition lends some credibility to their authenticity, yet linguistic anomalies and the fantastical content of the inscriptions keep skeptics unconvinced. Whether or not the tablets are a genuine relic from Atlantis, they continue to provoke thought and debate about our understanding of human history. The mystery of Atlantis persists, with the Golden Tablets adding another layer to the enigma, teasing us with tantalizing hints of a lost civilization that may have existed far beyond our current understanding. Throughout the history of Atlantis research, there has been a palpable tension between those who endorse the existence of the lost city and those who denounce it as mere legend. This discord has often manifested in various forms of suppression, including censorship, ridicule, academic dismissal, and even the disappearance of key individuals or evidence. It's hardly a secret that mainstream academia often ridicules or dismisses the Atlantis narrative. Researchers who dare to delve into the topic can face professional ostracism, risking their academic credibility and even their careers. This suppression of alternative thought arguably benefits the established academic orthodoxy, preserving a conventional narrative of human history that may not be as secure as it seems. This ridicule and dismissal are not limited to academia. The media, too, often portrays Atlantis researchers as fringe thinkers or conspiracy theorists. This widespread public ridicule serves to discourage independent thought and inquiry, further confining the Atlantis narrative to the realm of fiction and fantasy. Censorship is another key method of suppression. Over the centuries, countless books, articles, and research papers exploring the reality of Atlantis have been met with censorship, limiting their distribution and reach. This censorship extends to the digital realm as well, with certain online platforms known to restrict or remove Atlantis-related content. This systematic suppression of information benefits those invested in maintaining the status quo, whether they are academic institutions, governments, or powerful individuals. Perhaps most chilling are the instances of disappearance. Several researchers, explorers, and whistleblowers associated with the Atlantis narrative have mysteriously vanished over the years. While these cases are often dismissed as coincidence, some suggest a more sinister hand at play. These disappearances, whether accidental or orchestrated, serve to instill fear and silence those who might otherwise step forward with new Atlantis-related discoveries. But who truly benefits from this suppression? On the surface, it appears to be those who uphold the current narrative of human history: mainstream academia, governmental bodies, and even religious institutions. However, the real beneficiaries might be those who wield power behind the scenes, those who would rather the secrets of Atlantis remain submerged, hidden beneath the waves of public skepticism and official denial. Yet despite these formidable obstacles, the quest for Atlantis continues. The allure of the lost city and the secrets it may hold about our past remains too potent to ignore. Even in the face of suppression, the human spirit's thirst for knowledge and understanding refuses to be quenched. The story of Atlantis, whether fact or fiction, continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to our collective yearning for truth and discovery. As we delve further into the enigmatic depths of Atlantis, it's worth considering its spiritual, philosophical, or even occult dimensions. While we often view Atlantis through a historical or archaeological lens, its more esoteric aspects can provide a unique perspective on our understanding of human society and our origins. Many ancient texts and oral traditions reference Atlantis as a place of great spiritual wisdom. Its inhabitants were purported to possess advanced knowledge of the cosmos, harnessing celestial energies for healing, communication, and transportation. This profound understanding of universal forces is echoed in various esoteric traditions, suggesting a common source of knowledge that could have originated from Atlantis. These tales of Atlantean wisdom are not simply confined to the spiritual. They extend into the realm of the philosophical as well. Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, often spoke of Atlantis as a utopian society, an ideal state where justice, knowledge, and virtue reigned supreme. Such philosophical ideals from the Atlantean society could potentially reshape our understanding of societal structures and the concept of a harmonious coexistence. The theme of Atlantis is also prevalent in the occult, with many secret societies claiming a direct lineage to Atlantean wisdom. For instance, the Rosicrucians, a mystical brotherhood, hold that their esoteric teachings are rooted in ancient Atlantean knowledge. Similarly, Theosophists believe that the spiritual masters guiding humanity are reincarnations of Atlantean priests. If these claims hold any truth, they would imply that the influence of Atlantis extends far beyond the realm of myth and legend. It would mean that the spiritual and philosophical tenets that guide many societies today might have their roots in this ancient civilization, fundamentally altering our perception of human history and development. Moreover, the belief in Atlantis as a source of ancient wisdom could potentially challenge conventional religious narratives. If the spiritual teachings of Atlantis predate established religious doctrines, it would necessitate a re-evaluation of spiritual origins and a reconsideration of our understanding of divine wisdom. The implications of these spiritual, philosophical, and occult dimensions of Atlantis are both profound and unsettling. They challenge the established narratives and urge us to revisit our understanding of our origins. They compel us to question, to seek, and to explore, just as the allure of the lost city of Atlantis has done for centuries. The quest for knowledge is a testament to the human spirit, and it is this spirit that continues to drive our pursuit of the truth about Atlantis. Whispers of Atlantis continue to ripple through the modern age, persisting in popular culture, conspiracy theories, and underground movements. The allure of this ancient civilization's wisdom and technological advancements, real or imagined, has found its way into novels, films, comics, and video games. This fascination reflects not just our yearning for a lost golden age, but also our collective concern about our own civilization's future. The narrative of a technologically advanced civilization destroyed by its own hubris is a common theme in science fiction. The myth of Atlantis has been used as a cautionary tale, a warning against the unchecked use of technology and the dangers of ignoring nature's balance. The 2001 film Atlantis: The Lost Empire explores this theme, presenting Atlantis as a technologically advanced utopia that suffered a catastrophic downfall due to its misuse of a powerful energy source. In the realm of conspiracy theories, Atlantis has become a focal point for discussions about ancient aliens and advanced prehistoric civilizations. Some theorists propose that Atlantis was a hub of extraterrestrial activity, attributing its advanced technology and wisdom to alien influence. Others suggest that Atlantean survivors might have migrated to Egypt or the Americas, influencing the development of these civilizations. In the digital age, the Internet has also played a significant role in the perpetuation of Atlantean lore. Online communities dedicated to the exploration of Atlantis have emerged, fostering a space for enthusiasts to share research, theories, and interpretations. Through these platforms, Atlantis has transformed from a historical mystery into a symbol of the human desire for knowledge, exploration, and the pursuit of truth. Underground movements, too, continue to draw upon the mystique of Atlantis. Some neo-pagan groups incorporate Atlantean mythology into their rituals and beliefs, viewing it as a source of ancient wisdom and spiritual enlightenment. And in the realm of alternative history, there are some who posit that the influence of Atlantis lingers in the form of megalithic structures and ancient artifacts. Whether viewed as a lost utopia, a cautionary tale, a source of divine wisdom, or a relic of an advanced prehistoric civilization, Atlantis continues to captivate us. It invites us to question established narratives and seek answers in the shadows of our past. The echoes of Atlantis are a testament to its enduring influence, reminding us of the power of myth, the allure of mystery, and our unending quest for understanding our origins and our place in the cosmos. As we delve deeper into the theories surrounding Atlantis, we encounter interpretations that stretch beyond mainstream thinking, veering into the realm of the radical and fringe. Some of these theories are undoubtedly controversial, but they open up intriguing avenues for exploration and evoke a sense of wonder and curiosity. Perhaps one of the most sensational theories surrounding Atlantis is the belief in its connection to extraterrestrial life. Proponents of this theory suggest that the advanced technology and knowledge of Atlantis were not of terrestrial origin, but were gifted or developed under the guidance of alien beings. This interpretation parallels the ancient astronaut theory, which posits that extraterrestrials visited Earth in antiquity, influencing various civilizations and leaving behind evidence in the form of technological advancements, structures, and artifacts that defy conventional historical understanding. There are also those who suggest that the Atlanteans were not human, but rather a race of extraterrestrial beings themselves. They propose that these alien Atlanteans may have been forced to abandon or hide their city due to a calamity, such as a war or environmental disaster, returning to their home planet or seeking refuge in other parts of the Earth. Another radical interpretation posits that the bloodline of the Atlanteans still exists in secret societies that have been influencing world events from behind the scenes. This theory suggests that these societies have preserved Atlantean knowledge and technology, using it to manipulate global dynamics and maintain their power and influence. There are also theories that link Atlantis with other lost civilizations. Some propose that the survivors of Atlantis might have founded or influenced civilizations such as ancient Egypt, the Mayan civilization, or the civilization of ancient India. They point to architectural, cultural, and technological similarities as evidence of this connection, positing that these civilizations inherited Atlantean wisdom and technology after the city's demise. One particularly intriguing theory suggests that Atlantis was not a physical city at all, but a metaphorical or spiritual one. Proponents of this interpretation argue that Atlantis represents a state of consciousness or enlightenment, a utopia that humans can aspire to reach through spiritual development and self-improvement. While these interpretations may seem far-fetched to some of us, they reflect a deep-seated human fascination with the unknown, the mysterious, and the forbidden. They invite us to question established narratives, to think outside the box, and to entertain the possibility that there is more to our history and our universe than meets the eye. Ultimately, the enduring allure of Atlantis lies in its capacity to evoke wonder and curiosity, to inspire us to seek out hidden truths, and to challenge us to re-examine our understanding of ourselves and our place in the cosmos. In the grand tapestry of human history, Atlantis remains an enigma, a tantalizing puzzle that continues to captivate our collective imagination. But what if the truth of Atlantis is even grander, more complex, or more haunting than we've dared to imagine? If the lost city was truly a sanctuary of advanced knowledge, technological marvels, and profound wisdom, what would it mean for our history and our future if these secrets were once again unearthed? The question is not merely a philosophical one. Suppose Atlantis did house knowledge beyond our current understanding. If so, that knowledge could hold the power to transform our world, to revolutionize our technologies, to expand our consciousness, and to reshape our societies. But such power, if it exists, has remained hidden for millennia. Who, then, might be hiding it, and why? If we consider the theory of secret societies preserving the Atlantean bloodline and knowledge, are these the keepers of this lost trove of wisdom? If so, their motivations could be as diverse and complex as the members themselves. They may be safeguarding this knowledge to prevent its misuse, or they could be using it to manipulate global dynamics to their advantage. If the latter is true, the disclosure of this knowledge could dramatically shift the balance of power in our world. Yet the concealment of Atlantean secrets might not be the work of humans at all. If we entertain the notion of extraterrestrial involvement, then perhaps these otherworldly entities have their reasons for keeping Atlantis shrouded in mystery. Could they fear the consequences of humans obtaining advanced knowledge? Or might they be waiting for us to reach a certain level of moral or intellectual development before revealing the truth? The potential disclosure of Atlantis's secrets could have profound implications for our understanding of history. Atlantis could act as a mirror, reflecting our past in a new light and challenging many of our long-held beliefs. It could force us to question our origins, our development, our potential. If Atlantis were revealed as an ancient super-civilization, a beacon of enlightened consciousness, or even a bridge to extraterrestrial entities, human history would need to be rewritten. As we delve into the mystery of Atlantis, we are left with haunting questions. What knowledge and power remain lost with the sunken city? Who is still hiding it, and why? How might our world transform if the lost secrets of Atlantis were ever brought to light? These are questions that may never be fully answered, but they are ones that keep the legend of Atlantis alive, stirring our curiosity and fueling our quest for forbidden knowledge. The mystery of Atlantis, like the city itself, remains deeply submerged, waiting to be discovered. Thanks for listening. This has been Lost in Hidden History. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts, and if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.